Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, is my all-time favorite comic book character. I mean, this guy doesn't even have a single superpower, yet he successfully takes on Daredevil, Punisher, and Spider-Man and many more, and sometimes even beats them? Yeah, that is pretty damn impressive. With the near-flawless depiction of Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, in the Daredevil Netflix series, the character has seen a continued rise in popularity. The writers at Marvel even decided to make him the mayor of New York City, a position he is still in currently in current issues. I figure what better way to celebrate the new comic book channel here than with the top 5 list dedicated to the Kingpin of Crime. We're used to seeing Kingpin in a very dominant position. So this story arc I'm about to tell you for number 5 is going to be a bit of a different take than your other Wilson Fisk Kingpin storylines. We get to see him in a whole new light, and I am talking about Daredevil 297 to 300. The Last Rites. Recently losing his wife Vanessa, Fisk is at a low point, and Daredevil uses that to his advantage to try and take down one of his greatest enemies. Although Fisk is in a weaker state than usual, Daredevil still sees him as a serious threat, even saying, quote, "He's killed men with a word, broken families with a gesture, shattered dreams with a look. Wilson Fisk is simply the single most dangerous and evil man I've ever known." That is crazy coming from Daredevil, the man without fear. Looking to capitalize on his weakness, Daredevil starts digging. It's revealed that Kingpin has ties to Hydra. Once that is revealed to the DA, she brings Kingpin in front of her grand jury, and, well, that's when things start to unravel for old Willie Kingpin. We get to see Fisk in a totally different situation than what we're used to, which makes this arc very interesting. Number 4, Kingpin 1 through 5, Running with the Devil. This is one of my favorite story arcs of Kingpin. He hires a journalist to write his autobiography, which allows us to see a completely different side of Kingpin, more so the side of Wilson Fisk, the man. We get to see Fisk doing more charitable acts, such as paying for children's medical bills and even playing with sick kids at the hospital. We get to understand who Kingpin truly is, beyond the nickname Kingpin. There's a number of awesome reveals in this story arc, one being how he actually got the name Kingpin, which is really fascinating. He says, quote, "He was a mentor of sorts. He protected me when I was a youth," Fisk explains. "After he died, I took the name to protect myself, a title I hadn't earned. The Kingpin identity was there to trick people, to make them believe I was untouchable, more than human. I couldn't be stopped, even that I was willing to kill if I had to." Number 3, Daredevil 211 to 214. This 4-series story arc is one of the first times Daredevil and Kingpin join forces and take on an even bigger threat. Daredevil and Kingpin have a common enemy, and that's Mika Sin. They both want him off the streets for different reasons, so why not take him out together? I smell a team up. Kingpin and Daredevil put aside their differences for a time just to focus on Sin. Quote, "I'm agreeing to this because Mika Sin is the most ruthless man I've ever encountered, and unless he's stopped, he'll bring the city to its knees. But that doesn't mean your boss here is an angel. That doesn't mean I'm on your side. It only means the Kingpin's the lesser evil for now," Daredevil explains to Kingpin and a room full of his associates. And at the end of the arc, they are successfully in taking down Sin and his tribe, and seemingly go back to being enemies. Number 2, Daredevil 595 to 600, Mayor Fisk. This story arc is actually the first appearance of Mayor Fisk, so it's definitely a key issue. Not only that, but it is such an amazing read. The story is fantastic. Not only does Fisk, a career criminal, win the election and become mayor of a major American city, but he actually asked Matt Murdock to be a second in command in the mayor's office. What? Yeah, I know. How crazy is that? Just think how crazy that is. Crazy enough to make Spider-Man, while watching the TV, the announcement coming through, wonder, what the hell are you doing, Matt? Now, Fisk doesn't know Matt is Daredevil, but Murdock has went after Fisk in court, so he is an enemy of Kingpin at this point. Fisk wanted Murdock as his deputy mayor to keep him busy and, quote, point him in any direction we choose. He will spend all his energy on lost causes and manufactured issues. And Murdock accepts the position because he thinks Fisk stole the election and that he could get close enough to Fisk to see what he's up to and might be able to prove that he stole the election. And number 1, Punisher Max, 1 through 21. This story arc is long and just as good as it is gory. I really only recommend this if you're 18 or older. Like seriously, it was giving me some heebie-jeebies as I was reading this, and I don't get like that for anything, so be forewarned. But the story itself is fantastic and worth the read, absolutely. It touches on so many great topics, such as how Kingpin got started in crime and how he slowly worked his way up the crime ladder. Started out as a cleaner for a mob boss, and more importantly, it shows just how ruthless Kingpin is. I mean, in the very first issue, within the first few pages, he pops a guy's eyes out of his head with his bare hands. Yeah, think about that for a second. In the second issue, he has a guy helping him to create a fake identity. The guy is hesitant that the Punisher will kill him if he finds out he helped Fisk set up a trap for Punisher. Fisk responds, quote, "You're right, he will kill him. On the other hand, if you don't do it, then I make a phone call and within an hour, your mother's teeth are knocked out and she's being by every gangbanger in Crown Heights. You cross the Punisher, he puts a bullet in your brain. Cross me, I drag your entire family through hell and I kill you." Damn, that is some horrifying shit right there. So there you have it, folks. 5 story arcs every Kingpin fan needs to read. If you have some awesome story arcs of the Kingpin that I missed, drop them down below and I'll be happy to review them. I'm always looking for some new Kingpin material. So, thank you so much for joining me on this new episode, the very first episode, very first video of the brand new comic book channel, Cousins on Comics. I was your host, Nico. My boy Nathan, who actually drew this badass Kingpin drawing right here, is awesome. He will be probably on the next episode. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for more comic book content coming away every single week. Hit the like if you enjoyed, and also drop a comment on your favorite Kingpin story arcs. Thank you guys. God bless and stay safe. Peace out.